11 years, 13 years ago, this company, somewhere around there is getting started, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So did you think it'd be like this? Did you think, a place like this where hundreds of people would show up? Was that the vision, or has it changed over time?
It has. It changed over time. I can remember when it was just one truck, one dump truck, and 5 or 6 guys, and that was it. We thought we were big then. And now we're talking 300 people to show up for a Christmas party? Amazing.
What do you think, I'm sure you've gotten this question before, the difference is between a Eustis Roofing and literally the hundreds or thousands of contractors in the state of Florida?
I think the most important thing is we don't use subcontractors. And I know everybody's probably used this, but we don't use subcontractors. Everybody's in-house.
Why don't, a lot of people, most, I'd say 99.9, literally that, of roofing companies do sub out. Why do that versus what you all decided to do and be so successful at it? Why do they do that?
I think most roofing companies sub out because they want the chance to be able to, if there's a problem on a job, they want to be able to back out. That gives them a reason to be like, hey, we had these guys do your roof and they were subcontractors and we're not responsible for it now. Where if they're in-house, you're responsible for it. And that's where my job comes in, where I go out and say, look, you got a problem, but we can fix it.
Years and years ago, you're making that decision to go through, hey, we're going to do it ourselves. We're not going to subcontract out. What has been the goal, though? And it could have changed in time, right, of Eustis Roofing, because maybe the goals changed 5 years ago now. What do you think it is now? How's that evolved in the last, how many years?
When you do a person's house, put a roof on a person's house, you've got to treat that house like it's yours. Like if I had somebody come and do my roof, I would watch everything they've done. And if I can treat a homeowner like that and say, hey, look, I'm gonna put a roof on your house, is just like it would be if I was putting a roof on my house. I'm gonna do the same thing for you.
Now you hear a lot of companies that say, hey, we've got integrity, hey, we care. It's a tagline, it seems like, in every company, right? What have you all been able to do that it actually holds true?
We will not leave a homeowner's house until they're happy. And I think that's the most important thing, no matter what it takes. Eustis Roofing is going to make that homeowner happy no matter what it takes.
What do you see as the roof rejuvenation? You're working with Ugly Roof now. From last time I checked, it seems like it's going well out there.
I do. I had my thoughts about it. I went to the roof, the first one we did. I didn't realize what it would do, but after I saw what it did, it's amazing that you can actually take a shingle and bend it and you don't lose the stone off it again. And I think the Ugly Roof is going to be amazing for homeowners that can't afford to get a new roof, but yet we can go another 5 years. We can do it again and go another 5 years. I think it's going to be huge.
I've seen you had Jason go up there, you've got these equipters all over the place. Have they helped you? And I mean, your crews are great, your people are awesome. But products like Equipter, have they helped as well in helping to build the company quicker, more roofs in less amount of time?
If you take a crew of 8 guys and you give them an Equipter and they can run that Equipter around the house, they save about half of the time that it would take to normally do that house.
Yep.
And the guys know that. And they realize, look, Eustis Roofing's giving us everything we need. And that's what they look up to us for because of that.
Last couple questions for you. I got to ask you this. With growth, there can sometimes be a detachment from the person in the field and ownership because you're doing so much. You're growing, right?
Exactly.
How do you, as a leader within the company, still stay to the principles, the values that you're talking about, as you got more and more people managed and it trickles down beneath you? How do you do that?
I think it's all in the project managers. If you got a good project manager, I'm over the project managers. If you got a good project manager that's actually done roofing and he knows how to install a roof, he's going to make my job easier. And if you hire good project managers that can deal with homeowners, what happens is we can grow that way. Where I still oversee it's nothing for me to go to 13 jobs a day and look at them and say, look, this needs to be done this way. This needs to be done that way. And to hear a project manager say, I knew that's what you were going to say. That's what I'm talking about. When you have project managers that can back you up like that, we can keep growing. And I can still keep running more and more crews because I have good project managers.
Love it, man. That's all I got, bro. That's real, man. That was better than the first one, bro.